Spanning nearly 3,200 miles, Highway 6 stretches across the country from Massachusetts to California. Once a major route connecting Council Bluffs to the Quad Cities, the highway was replaced as a main corridor for transportation with the construction of I-80. Although the road is now less traveled, the unique story it has to tell has caught the attention of two filmmakers. It goes by multiple names: Canesville, West Broadway, but to most, it's known as Highway 6.
It was commissioned in, I believe, 1926, and I think it was about the 1930s by the time it got to Iowa.
Stretching nationwide from Massachusetts to California, Highway 6 was made to help cross-country traveling.
You had 2 million cars being produced and needed a way to start transportation across the United States. And between Highway 6, the Lincoln Highway, and different things that were going to be developed, we really needed to be on top of that.
As the highway carves its way through the state of Iowa, the road carries a lot of history.
It impacted small business towns and stuff. Even still today, if you go through these small towns, like Adele is such a neat little town, the historic homes and stuff in that town, you see the past businesses that had to have been started there because of these highways.
And it's that history that caught the attention of two filmmakers.
Our film is called River to River, Iowa's Forgotten Highway 6. And we talk about the history of that highway and the precursors of that highway.
Kelly and Tammy Rundle own Fourth Wall Films, an independent film company based out of the Quad Cities. The Emmy-nominated filmmakers have made numerous films focusing on the history of the state.
We've done a number of films now that sort of key in on various elements of Iowa history. Starting in 1700 with our story about the Iowa, and up through the 1970s. So as we're traveling across the state on Highway 6, we're seeing the country schools that are featured in one of our other films.
As for Highway 6, Rundle says it's not understated that the highway has been relatively forgotten.
It was more or less replaced by Interstate 80, and people pretty quickly fled from the 2-lane roads onto the 4-lane highway.
The decline in use of 2-lane roads has left traveling Highway 6 feeling a bit like time travel.
Smaller communities change more slowly, and so you can kind of see the America that used to be.
And to some, it's films like these that provide people information and perspective on the history of the state.
Oh, I think it's very important, especially for each state. I mean, Tammy and Kelly have sort of adopted Iowa. I mean, this is where they grew up, and developed historical documentaries about our state, about the things that happen here and around not just southwest Iowa, but for the whole entire state of Iowa.
River to River is currently in post-production and will debut at the Western Historic Trail Center Sunday, September 27th, with a Q&A with the producers to follow. If you'd like more information about Fourth Wall Films, you can visit their website at fourthwallfilms.com.